Hey everyone, welcome to this summary of Horizon 5's Series 5 update. Now we, as usual, have a lot to talk about, so let's jump right into the festival playlist. So the theme this month is the PR Stunt Carnival. Last month we had the Horizon World Cup, all about picking a country to race for, and I really enjoyed the concept of it. I thought having players root for a country and have rewards based on who won was a neat idea. Unfortunately, it really fell apart once it became clear to everyone what the rewards were going to be. So that definitely took the wind out of players' sails a bit, and I really hope they can remedy that for this playlist. With that said, let's take a look at it. As you can see already here, the overall rewards will get us a 65 Mini Forza Edition. Now this is not the same one we had in Horizon 3. This one is all-wheel drive and electric and looks insane. And then for 160 points, you can also grab the Porsche 917. So then moving right into summer, returning at 20 points, the KTM X-Bow GT4, or maybe it's X-Bow, I'm not actually sure how they want you to pronounce that. And then at 40 points, the Pagani Zonda Cinque, another one that's hard to pronounce. And then moving further in the season, you can also get cars like the Aventador and the 720S Spider, and in the Forzathon shop, the Elise GT1, among others. Moving over to fall, at 20 points, we get the Toyota 4Runner, and 40 points gets us the Ferrari FXXK. Further in this season, we'll be able to get the R8 V10 out of the trial, as well as one of the RTR Mustangs from a seasonal drift zone. The Forzathon shop this week also has the Lamborghini Sesto, as well as the Subaru 22B. Then moving over to winter, we get a car that I am very excited to have back, the Noble M600. Always had a soft spot for Noble, and that's actually not the only one coming in this update if you have the car pass. Back to the season though, you get the 300 SL from the 40-point reward, and the Forzathon shop this week has an E-Type Jag, as well as one of my favorite FD cars, Federico's 599. Now in spring, this is the big one, we get the 2020 NISMO GTR at 20 points, along with the CRX at 40 points. The NISMO GTR, I think, is a car we can all be very excited for. Obviously, the R35 is a legendary car, and the NISMO edition is just that little bit cooler. For the Forzathon shop this week, you'll also be able to grab the McLaren P1 and the Rally Raid Porsche Macan. So that's what you can expect out of the playlist this month. There are going to be some bigger world updates as well. You may have even seen them when I was scrolling through the playlist. For one, there is a new event, Horizon Parade, where you just race the parade float against other parade floats. It looks like absolute chaos and a lot of fun. Also, there are 16 new PR stunts coming to the game. I believe it's going to be 4 every week, and you can see here that they have their own icon on the map. So you'll be able to easily differentiate them from the ones that you've probably already done by now. On top of that, the actual Horizon Rush festival location is getting a facelift in order to match the theme of the playlist. But that's not all. If you head over to the stadium this month, it has turned into a massive stunt park, which looks amazing. And on top of that, there are actually accolades that will take place specifically inside the stadium, doing a certain jump or doing a certain amount of drift skills, all contained within this little stunt park here. So moving over to some bug fix stuff, some big ones to note are that photo mode works again. Time of day pauses again in photo mode. That was a huge pain for a lot of photographers. And then the other big one, Horizon Open Street Racing now does not bug your lighting after the street racing ends. That one was something that I would see pretty much every day I streamed, and it sucked. So that is hopefully fixed now. On top of that, there have been some fixes to traffic, some fixes to Event Lab, like you can start from the race start instead of the first checkpoint when you're editing. Also, they added tons of new props in Event Lab as well from the previous world events. So things like Christmas event, the New Year event, we'll start to see those in Event Lab now. And that is just kind of the tip of the bug fix iceberg. Now, in other news, I feel like this is worth mentioning. The official Forza forums are getting an overhaul after something like 8 years. And as part of that, dedicated suggestion hubs are being added. So the better the devs can sort through player feedback, the better game we get. So I figured that's worth mentioning, and if you aren't already on the Forza forums, maybe it's worth staying tuned for this overhaul in a couple weeks and jumping into that side of the community. And then finally, they always end the streams with a bit of a Q&A, and there are some pretty big teases they dropped here. For one, the first question they addressed was whether or not we'll be getting filters for choosing what style of racing we want to do in Horizon Open. They said stay tuned for Series 6. So that is very good news. In about a month here, we are going to be able to finally pick what type of race we can do when jumping into online. On top of that, they also addressed cheating again. This isn't the first time they've talked about it, but I think it's just kind of a big problem to tackle. They said that as well. And they did mention that this is something they are committed to working on and committed to improving. So that's something that's really important to me. I really hope we get a cleared leaderboard or fixed leaderboards. Something needs to happen to address the cheating problem. And then finally, apparently there are going to be some more Event Lab rules coming to Event Lab so that people who really get a lot of use, kind of maximize the abilities in Event Lab, will have some more tools to play with. So that is about it for the summary this month. Lots of good stuff coming in this update, so hope you guys all enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.